If you're like me, you like pickled cucumbers, you're in for a treat. We're going to go up to the allotment, pick some cukes, and get some pickling done. This is going to be from vine to jar in 60 minutes. So it's the quick pickling method. Refrigerator pickles these are going to be. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a tasty recipe. See you in a bit. Bye-bye. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you turn your back on these cucumbers for 2 minutes, they're on again. There's a couple. I think there's one down there. Yep. There's one around this side. Super Sandra's here. Magic Mix sister. And she likes cucumber, so she's going to have one of these. But we're going to get some of these pickled up, I think. Get them pickled. I'll see what's in the top greenhouse. So we're getting about 10 a week of these cucumbers. Oh, I'll give her that one, that's a big one. And they just keep coming and coming. You know, as I say, you turn your back for 2 minutes and they're all over it. I'll take that leaf out, that's a bit knackered. I'll do some pruning in here, I think. Get rid of some of the old knackered leaves. There's the Melba melon. No melons on it yet, but plenty of little flowers. Right, cucumbers. Let's get it on. Okay, let's get pickling. So the first thing we're going to be doing is using the jars. Give them a good thorough sterilisation. So they've been in the hot water there for about 10 minutes. They've already been washed previously, but I've washed them again in the hot water. And then following that, I'm going to stick them in the microwave just for a minute each. And that will, hopefully, kill off any bugs that are knocking around. Okay. So these are the homegrown cucumbers that we're going to be using for our cucumber pickling. And to make that, there are several ingredients. This is going to be a kosher pickle. So for kosher pickling, we need to have the garlic in there. So I've got a bit of unrefined Demerara sugar there. 2 bulbs of garlic. Some black peppercorn. Chili flakes. Dill. Now, we don't have any fresh dill, so I'm having to use the dried dill there, but it's fine. Some ground turmeric. Coarse Himalayan salt. Other salts are available, but the standard table salt has got chemicals in it that stop it sort of binding together and clumping. So we're going to use the natural sort of unrefined salt there, which is the pink Himalayan. And also some distilled malt vinegar to make our brine with. Now this is the pickling brine that we're going to be doing first of all. That's Natasha Goswami's sign that she did for us. It's lovely, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to do those cucumbers. But as I say, the brine is the first thing that we're going to be looking into, the ingredients of the brine that we're going to be using. Okay. Okay, so for the pickling brine that we're going to be making, we need equal parts of the distilled malt vinegar and water, basically. So we've got the Buxton there. Now, the vinegar comes in pint bottles. So that's 568 millilitres. So we'll add the same amount of water into there. This is going to be a tricky one. Right. Let's see. That's a pint. So we're going to add that into the pot. Along with our vinegar. So I've just added all of that vinegar in there, and there's a good strong vinegar smell. Into that, we're going to add in the rock salt. Now, for each pint, we put in a level tablespoon of the Himalayan pink rock salt, and also a good tablespoon for each pint of the sugar, the demerara sugar. But we're going to bring that to the boil first. We're going to boil that up, okay, and then add in the salt. Okay, so there's 2 tablespoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of the demerara sugar. They're going to be added into the mix. So first we're going to go for the salt. And then the sugar. And what we'll do then, what I will do is just stir that in until all the sugar and the salt is dissolved into the pan. Okay. I've just turned the heat off, and we're just going to wait for that to all dissolve. And while we're waiting for that, we can prepare the jars with the spices. Each jar is going to have 3 cloves of garlic in it. So we're going to skin those, and yeah, put 3 cloves in each jar. Now, because these cloves are really quite small, I'm going to put all 6 of those in. They are quite small cloves of garlic, those. You can see in comparison with my finger. So we're going to be getting 6 into each jar. So I'm going to lightly crush them, just crush them with the flat of the knife, and then get them thrown into the jars. Okay. Okay. So added to that, we have a level tablespoon of the peppercorns, a heaped teaspoon of the dill, turmeric, which I'm going to have to do off camera because I've only got one hand. Foolishly, I forgot my tripod. But then, again, a few flakes. Not even a full. We're not massive spice fans, so you can add more if you like to taste. But of the chili flakes, probably about half a teaspoon of that, and a full teaspoon of the turmeric. And those are our spices. So the next step is to slice up the cucumber and get them into the jar. I'm going to top them and tail them and slice them. See you shortly. Now, as you can see from that, I've sliced them into sort of probably about 1 centimetre slices by about 2 inches long. So about 5 centimetres by 1 centimetre. And they can fit then inside our jar. And as you stack them in, it's nice and straight. It's best actually to put them to put the jar on its side and slide them in from the side. So I'll do that and fill the jar up, and I'll show you what I mean. Right, so as you can see there, they're really stacked in. All that remains now is to check on our brine. So all the sugar and the salt has dissolved down now. So I'll decant that into a measuring jug and let it cool down to room temperature. just going to let that cool off in the fridge. And yeah. For the last couple of jars, I thought we'll probably mix it up a little bit. And so instead of doing the sliced ones, the sort of finger slices, I've done it in chunks in that one, and we're doing it in medallions for the last one. So yeah, I'll get all those ones in now, and we can add in the cooled down brine. I can't wait to taste this lot. In about 5 days' time, it'll be gorgeous. This yum yum yum. Okay, now you don't want too much air inside there, so we top them off more or less to the top, and I'll be tightening those on, putting them into the fridge then for about 5 days, and they're ready to rock and roll. I can't wait to eat them. Did them last year, they were absolutely lovely. Just the right level of sort of sweetness and spiciness. As I say, we're not big fans of chilli, too much spice. But there's just enough in there with the peppercorns and the garlic and the rest of it, and the dill. So dill, pickle and garlic there. You will enjoy it, trust me. These are going in the fridge, they're not being canned. It's not canning this. So it's not long-term preservation, but we'll get 3 or 4 months out of them in the fridge. And we can be eating those up until Christmas. I'm going to try and save a jar, actually, until Christmas, and we can have those at Christmas time. But yeah, good stuff. Love it. See you all next time. Bye-bye now. Okay. There it is. And hope you like it. We do. I certainly do. It's a cracking little preserve, that. And full of nature's goodness. 60 minutes ago, that was still growing on the vine, so you can't get fresher than that. What we'll do with that, though, now, once it's totally cooled down to room temperature, is we're going to store that in the refrigerator. And it'll be fine. After about 5 days, it'll be cured and infused enough to be considered to be a true pickle. They won't last indefinitely because they're not like 100% canned up and sterilised and processed, if you like. But in the mix that this is in, it should last us up until Christmas, I would think. Unopened, sealed in its jar. We've got 4 of them, and we're going to be working our way through them over the next couple of months. And as further cucumbers come through from those 3 plants, we'll be doing the same again. We're getting about 10 good-sized cucumbers each week coming from those 3 plants, and so we can continue on doing that. Stay tuned as well, because later in the week we're going to be doing beetroot. So we're going to be preserving the beetroots, the Calendra and the Boltardy beetroot that we've got. I'm staring at it now in a bucket down there. Right, catch you later. I've been Guru Mafinda. You've been absolutely beautiful, wonderful and fragrant as ever. Difficult to say. I've got to get that tooth fixed, and then I'll be I'll be more human looking then. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and remember, we love you all. Bye bye now.